Today is going to be the first day I'm training with this group of new dog trainers. We have 5 of them, and they're going to be competing to see who can pass the most amount of requirements within a 6-month time span. Whoever has the most points is going to be the victor, but of course, we're all winners in this game. Before we start training, I'm not going to spend too much time with that. I'm going to go right into the training. So who knows what the first step is that I do when it comes to training any dog? As far as the term for what it's called when we're teaching the dog, but yes, it is bonding. So there is bonding. I'll give you another one. Some people call it loading the marker. So engagement training, loading the marker, developing a bridge, charging the marker, all the same stuff. It's getting the dog classically conditioned to a sound that predicts one of the 4 quadrants of opera conditioning. Usually, most people only use markers for what? Anyone? Positive reinforcement. That's what most people use. Now, most people don't even know how to use markers. Who's seen the movie Jurassic World, the new series? No one's seen it?
I've seen it.
Well, there's one part where the lead actor is standing on a bridge overlooking the raptors that he's training, and he has a clicker. And if you remember, he's walking, he's going click, 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 click. Yeah. That click means nothing to those raptors. The click only means something based on what it predicts. Now, we know that dogs learn very well through pattern recognition and predictability. If they can predict something, they can learn it. And the really cool thing is they can learn a very long sequence, meaning if 1 eventually always leads to 10, they will learn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, as long as we always put it in that order. So always think whatever comes first in any training situation is what the dog is learning. So what I mean by that, when we're doing engagement training, we want the dog to look at us, of course, but what do we do first? We say the marker, whether it's a yes or a click, then we deliver the reward. So in that situation, because the marker comes first, that's what the dog is learning. They're learning that the marker means food. We know that by definition, in order for a word or sound to be a marker, it must predict one of the 4 quadrants of opera conditioning. Opera conditioning is a dog that understands that their behavior has an effect on their environment. Once we get a dog classically conditioned, yes, reward, yes, the dog salivating, he knows he's going to get a reward, he's classically conditioned, then we move to opera conditioning because we start using that to teach the dog that their behavior has an effect on their environment. That's how we get a very confident dog. And contrary to popular opinion or belief, it's not about having a submissive dog, because submission in the dog world means, look how small I am, please don't hurt me. Why would we ever want our dogs to think that way? So we constantly want to increase the confidence. When we're teaching a dog, let's say a stay, for example, I like to start with negative reinforcement. We have the dog on the stay. The moment the dog breaks the stay, I use my marker that predicts negative reinforcement. I take the leash and I place the dog back on the stay. In that moment, what am I teaching the dog? Anyone? Okay, I'll ask another question. Am I teaching the dog not to break the stay?
No.
I'm not teaching the dog. You're correct. What am I teaching the dog?
That it's okay. Like, you're going to bring him back if he does it again.
I'm teaching him. You're on the right track. So he said, bring him back if he does it again. I'm teaching the dog when I say, for me, it's the word wrong. You can use whatever word you like. You can say, uh-oh. I know some trainers that go, oopsie, because it's cute, right? So figure out what works well for you. And clients do love cute stuff. So when their dog breaks, you're like, oopsie. You put the dog back. They're like, oh, right? But for some reason, when you say wrong, they're like, why do you keep telling my dog wrong? To the dog, it doesn't matter.
As soon as they do what we want them to do, like sit, we say yes. And then we could take as long as we want, not so long, but in the beginning, but we could take as long as we want to give them the reward specifically, right? But we have to say yes within a second.
The moment your dog's butt hits the ground, that's when your timer starts. So you have that 1 Mississippi in order to mark the behavior, and then as long as your dog's conditioned, they should become excited and they should look at you in anticipation of the reward coming. So you have to go to deliver the reward right away though. Marking a behavior, we know that the continuation marker just predicts a reward, but it's not just the treat. It's also like if I have this puppy right here and I mark a behavior, it could be, yes, and then I give him the treat, but it could also be, yes, I give him the treat and then I go, yay, good puppy, nice job. And then yeah. So then same thing with our terminal marker. So terminal marker, it could be free, reward. It could be free, reward, reward, reward. It could be free, reward, yay, nice job. Whoa, very good. But right now we're going to start with the engagement work. So who wants to go first?
Good.
Actually, I was very excited for today. It's the first day that we started to learn. It's actually an amazing idea. I love how we can make it not just a learning experience, also we can challenge ourselves to be a little bit better. And I think it's going to push us a little bit beyond what we thought we're going to do here.
That's close to pairing. It's hard to tell, right? It's very, very close. Make sure there's a good separation. There you go. Very nice. And I saw him move when you said it too, before you start to move, which is good. And that when you said yes when he was looking down.
It's a pleasure being here this morning. Barely got any sleep last night, kind of stressing out over the whole assignment that we had, because today we're going to start with actual markers with the dog. So I was watching videos and just seeing different things I can incorporate into the training today.
That one was good.
Yes, good boy, good dog, good boy.
So here, can I steal some hot dogs?
Okay.
I'm going to steal your dog too for a minute. Ari might get a little excited. So this is all I'm kind of looking for right now is you get him? Yes. Very good. Nice job, buddy. Free. Woo! Yay! Very good. Oh, he's a little skittish. Come on, buddy. Good. Yes. I might be too much movement for him. Free. Very good. Excellent. Yes. Good boy. Free. Very good. Nice job. So once he looks, say the marker. So try to get his attention too, even if you have to get down to his level. So sometimes with puppies, I might have to get down at their level because the ground is so much more interesting. I have to get them to want to look up. Also, since he does have such a short attention span right now because he's so young, the moment he looks, we have to mark. And not at our face, just looks at you. I don't care if he looks at your knee.
Yes.
And then reward. Good. And then once he looks at you, free, if that's what you want to use, and then move back. Try not to pair, so say free first.
So Nate just finished letting us know, what he expects from us today. So it was specifically the engagement and the luring. And for that, we're now going to have to go ahead and, do it with our dogs. I have a German Shepherd, so we'll see how that goes. I did feed him a little bit, so we'll see if he's still food motivated.
So, show, come on.
So I would have marked that, him looking.
Free.
Yep, see, you're pairing it, right? And so you don't have to match her speed either.
Today was an eye-opener. I really need to sharpen my skills. I've been familiar with markers. I've trained my dog, but today really showed me that I really have to sharpen my skills. Getting ready to do some marker training with Ari, and I hope I'm ready. I know she is. I can't wait for tomorrow. Today was awesome. I got to play with Ari. She taught me so much. I'm the student here.
Good. And so once she comes, she's going to reactivate you. Boom, right there. So you're too slow for her.
Yes.
And then reward. Very nice. And then move away.
Free. Free.
Okay, say free and don't move.
Don't move.
Don't move at all. Just say the marker.
Free.
Now move. There you go. So give it a big pause, and that pause is going to get smaller.
Free.
Then there you go. Your timing's looking better.
Just got here today, and I'm really, really nervous about going into this. Trying to be a professional dog trainer. It's going to be tough, but I think I can do it.
Free.
So now she thinks that you want her to bark. So do it before she barks. She looks, do it.
Yes.
If you wait too long, she's going to offer up a different behavior. So she teaches you to be quick. So what I meant is I want you to have her, come here, Harry. Show her the food. Free. Free. Good. So you see how she came back up to me to reactivate me. That's what I meant by that. All right, that was good. And then who else wants to try with her?
Today is the first day of coming in as an instructor to help Nate train these students to be trainers. And coming in, I'm feeling definitely very excited, but also very nervous. I want to make sure that I'm doing correctly my part in all of this. So I'm definitely excited and nervous at the same time, but I feel it's going to be a lot of fun.
Free.
Good job on the timing. Excellent job on the timing.
Free.
Very nice. Yeah, so you can see Ari's moving before she does. And that's what we want to see. We want to see Ari move before you do after you mark. Today was a good day. I think they learned a lot. They're going to have to teach the class that we just did today next Tuesday. So putting that pressure on them, I believe, is going to make them grow much faster than if we didn't have these challenges. So by learning is one way to learn, but then by teaching is another way to learn. And the saying goes, if you teach, you learn twice. So I think this is going to help set them up for success, and I'm very happy with today's progress.